friends, we are at EPCOT today to check out the new CommuniCore Hall. The construction walls are finally down, and we're here to see everything the new area has to offer. We're going to watch the new limited time show, Celebración Encanto, a bilingual sing-along featuring dancing, Mirabel, and Bruno. Next, we'll try out festival favorites, currently featuring Encanto-themed festival dishes, including arepas, and my not-so-festival favorite, the coconut tres leches. We'll meet Mickey and friends at their new meet-and-greet location. Then we're heading to Test Track for a final ride before it goes down for refurbishment. We'll check out the new nighttime entertainment Calle and see what CommuniCore Hall looks like at night. I'm Brittany, and this is Extra Magic Minutes. The show is so cute. The dancing's amazing, and I love that Mirabel and Bruno come out at the end. However, it is so hot. I can't believe that they built this with no cover for the people watching the show. And I wanted to dance. I danced a little bit, but I didn't join in at the end because I was like, I'm gonna have a heat stroke if I do that. This show is a limited run, so it's gonna end on September 6th. So I wonder what's gonna happen after that. I imagine it's gonna be something themed to the festival. Wouldn't it be so funny if they brought the Ratatouille here? I think that's a little too elaborate for what the space is, but I think maybe like a Moana version or something else. If it's going to continue to be a sing-along, I think the songs from Encanto are actually not great to sing along to. So nobody was singing along. The only one everybody knows is We Don't Talk About Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. It's sort of like when they did that Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along at Jollywood. They're great songs, but they're just not sing-alongable. Anyway, this whole space is sort of a flex space for festivals, so it'll be really interesting to see how it changes through the year. Obviously, we're gonna have to come out a bunch of times to see whatever they change it to in September for Food and Wine Festival. So yeah, we're gonna talk more about this whole space soon, but one of the best things that I've noticed just right from jump is that the sight lines are amazing. It is so exciting to be able to see the Imagination Pavilion and Connections across from each other. Right now, I'm really hungry, so we're gonna try the festival favorites booths, and we got basically the whole menu. Currently, it's themed to Encanto, but it is going to be a changing menu. We don't know how often it's going to change, but for now, it's Encanto themed. So we have 2 arepas, and these were on the menu during Flower and Garden in 2022. That's the last time I've seen them. They are a little different than what was on the menu for Flower and Garden. They have different fillings. One is a cheese arepa with cotija cheese and lime crema, and then one has chicken and avocado in it. So I'm excited to try those. They smell really good. And arepa, if you don't know, is like a corn patty sort of, and then you could sort of put things on top of it. You could put things inside of it. So these ones are more sandwich-like rather than toppings, and they look really good. arepa are really popular at street festivals in New York City, so we've had a bunch. This one is good. I mean, I like I said, I wish it was more portable because this is more like you have to use a fork and it doesn't really want to cut. But the flavor is great. If you like grilled cheese sandwiches, if you like kind of like a savory cornbread situation, and I would say you definitely want to get it with the crema on there because that really adds to the flavor. It gives it like a garlicky acidity from the acidity from the lime. It's really good. We also got the coconut passion fruit smoothie, which is from Festival of the Arts. It was here in 2023 and 2024 from Vibrante and Vivito. I think I'm gonna really like this. They also have like wine, beer, they have a daiquiri that's also from Festival of the Arts, but we have enough stuff, so let's try it. Oh no. It tastes like candy. Oh, that's good. It tastes like a Skittle, like an orange Skittle. This is the yellow milk, by the way. That's what we're calling it. We have blue milk, we have green milk. This is yellow milk. Not to be confused with yellow Dole Whip, and not to be confused with yellow snow. This is yellow milk, not blue milk. Yellow milk from Yellow Yaks. I'd say like if you didn't know it was passion fruit, you might think it was pineapple because it really tastes like a pina colada without alcohol in it. It's really refreshing because it's so hot. Yeah, I hope that one sticks around. It's really good. I don't think I've ever had it at Festival of the Arts because I feel like I usually skip the drinks, but today that's a great thing to have. And it has a creaminess from the coconut, but it doesn't give like dairy. I think it's really good. Yeah. This is hefty. It's heavy. Ooh, look at all the filling. There's a lot. Can I show you without it dropping? Woo! Needs that. Avocado without lime. Invite you to join us for Celebración. It's great with the lime on there. It's creamy from the avocado. The chicken is like little chunks of chicken, like kind of shredded. If you like guacamole, you'll love this. Again, it has the arepa, so it's like a corn sweetness, and then the chicken and the avocado is very savory. You add the lime on there, you get some acidity. It's a great like grab and go little lunch. I feel like it'll be filling, relatively healthy. There is cheese on there and corn, but there's also avocado and chicken, so some protein. I also wanted to say, you know, they got a really nice char on this that adds like a great flavor. The other cool thing about this booth is that there are festival priced, so this was not very expensive at all. I got like basically the whole menu for $22. As long as they keep the pricing like the same as the festival booths, that'll be amazing because this would be a great lunch. So we've got the tres leches. This is a coconut tres leches. It's dairy free, which is like a dream for me. I'm really excited about that. However, I've had this twice already and I don't know. The issue that I have with this is that it's always really gummy because I don't think the cake is the right kind of cake for tres leches. Like it needs to be a fatless sponge, which means it doesn't have butter in it, and the eggs are usually egg whites and they're whipped, so there's a lot of air in there, and that way it absorbs the moisture and doesn't get like gummy like this. That, or they're just not letting it sit for long enough. I don't really know. Something's not right about it, but maybe this one will be better. I'm gonna try it out. A lot of people like this coconut tres leches, and I don't understand because I think it is absolutely atrocious. It's so bad. This is the third time I've had it. It's gloopy. The whipped cream has like a slimy texture to it. I think the cake has too much fat, or it's not whipped enough where it can actually absorb the milks, or I really don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I'm not going to get it again. If you want to have a good tres leches, you should go to Rosa Mexicana at the Swan Reserve. Theirs is probably the best one that I've ever had, and if you have that and then you have this, you will not like this one at all because it's not good. I'm not going to get it again. Only 15 minutes for Mickey and friends. Let's go meet them. We found the fountain. I know everyone wanted a fountain in the middle. Well, here it is. Hi, how are you? I'm good. Do you like your new space here? Oh yeah, my little EPCOT ears, you love it? It looks great. Yeah, it's beautiful. You painted it? Wow. A man of many talents. Good at everything, really. It was nice to meet you, Mickey. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Hi, Goofy. How are you? I love your new space. It's great. Yeah. Enough space for Goofy to fit. Yeah. A tall Goofy with a big hat. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Trying to match Epcot. Thank you, Goofy. Hi, Minnie. How are you? I like your new space. Oh yeah, I always have to wear a bow because I love you. You're my favorite. So just like you, I got my little bow. Thank you. It was great to meet you. Thank you.
Absolutely. There you are.
Thanks. That meet and greet was so fun. We didn't have to wait very long, so that was a gift because the queue is mostly outside, which I don't understand why they would design it that way. It's so hot in Florida. Anyway, it was only 15 minutes, so we barely had to wait. There's no one there. It's wild to think that the construction is now done at Epcot. It has been like this for so long. I don't think it can be overstated how amazing it is to be able to walk from Spaceship Earth to the Imagination Pavilion, or I could like turn around and I can see connections. I'm happy that I can just grab a coffee and then go to see Figment. That's all I really wanted. This space, it's intended to be like a festival space. So right now, like inside CommuniCore Hall is pretty underwhelming. However, the plan is like for it to be different every festival. They have like shades they can lift up where they can have food or they can have food demos. Like it's an open kitchen. There's like a huge amount of lights in there. So they obviously can do a pretty elaborate lighting package. And when it rains out here, they do the show inside. So they definitely have like a sound system. They have the ability to do those kinds of things. I do think it's a little disappointing that people are seeing it like this, like at the barest it's ever gonna be. And if it had been like a little bit more exciting, that would have been great. My only other negative thing that I have to say is that like this is basically the surface of the sun and there's no cover. They have these cool lights. I'm sure they look great at night. They like project spotlights up into the sky, but I would have preferred just covering here, sort of like they have over by Club Cool and Connections, like where you can walk underneath and it's covered. That way they could do the show if it rains. People like really want to see the show. Every Encanto show, we've seen like 3 or 4 now, has had a big crowd, but they end up leaving like halfway through because it's so hot that they can't like stand to wait to see Mirabel and Bruno. That's a bummer. So like you could just extend the covering for the stage out. I mean, I don't know. I'm not like an Imagineer or a designer, but if you want to have a show out here, you have to have a place for people to actually watch the show and not be like dying from sweat. All to say, the CommuniCore Hall is very nice today. It's packed because it's hot. There's lots of seats. There's no like obligation to buy anything, so it's nice to have a kind of space that you could be in there, and it's quiet and it's air conditioned. So I feel like all the parks could benefit from having a space like this, especially a flex space that could turn into something like for a festival or like a show that's limited time or whatever, holidays. I will say, I think it was hyped up so much because it took so long to build, but Disney didn't really hype it up that much. They did have a press preview that was sort of like a reception, and then they had like one article saying when it was opening, and then the day before it opened, they put something out at night being like, it's opening tomorrow. The concept art originally was so cool. It was like a multi-level thing, and then they had like concept art for what this would look like with Figment in there for a festival. Right now, yes, a little underwhelming. Overall, I think it has a lot of potential. I'm really excited to see like what other festival favorites they bring when they switch the menu, what other shows they do, how they convert this space into like all different kinds of things. But until like the summer's over, I think it's just gonna be like really hot and sweaty and maybe not super enjoyable, but it is a joy to be able to walk all the way across and not have to go in a big circle. That brings me a lot of joy. So squishy. It's like a trampoline. Anyway, this is nice. This will be great during the festival. There's so many tables you could eat at, which like a blessing because I don't want to eat on trash cans anymore. I just don't. I know I will, but I don't want to. And they also have cornhole over here, but I'm an embarrassment to the game of cornhole. But it is Spaceship Earth themed cornhole, so I would like that at my house, even though I'm bad at it. Maybe I could get better. No, probably not. So one of the nice things over here is they have fans. They need those over at Encanto. We're going over to Test Track now because it's going down in a few days for a lengthy refurbishment. It's so squishy. I asked for different weather and I got it because it is Florida. Now it's like super windy and gray. Isn't that just the way? It's always like this here. We went on test track for the last time before the refurbishment. We do talk about this a lot in past videos, so I'll put a link in the description below. It's our EPCOT 80s Day video. But we waited like 2 hours because it always goes down when there's lightning, and we were like, well, this is our last chance to ride it, so we'll just wait instead of being outside in the rain. And I think they opened it really just to let the few people who stayed go on the ride, and then it went back down again because it's still raining and there's lightning still. So we had the whole car to ourselves. It was really fun. I'm really excited that's getting a refurbishment because I liked the original one a little bit better. I think it was like silly and fun, and I'm really excited to see what they do. They're gonna take more inspiration from the original pavilion. It's gonna be covered outside, so it shouldn't have so many weather issues. I think it's gonna be a lengthy refurbishment, but I'm really looking forward to that when it comes back up. And now we're back at CommuniCore Hall, and we're gonna go see Calle, which is the band that performs here at night. And we can't wait to see it at night with the lights on. We're just like waiting for it to get dark enough. So let's go check out the band. I thought Calle was really fun. They have everyone up dancing like the whole time. It's sort of like a Zumba style dance, or if you've gone to like Viva Gaia at Animal Kingdom, You might recognize some of the choreography, and you also might recognize the singer because I'm pretty sure she performs over there. The guitarist is also the guitarist that performed at Jollywood Nights, and they are all so talented. That was really fun. I can't resist a line dance when I see one, so I had to go. No matter how hot, no matter what, I had to go have some fun. Honestly, CommuniCore Hall, this hallway with the air conditioning is growing on me because I've come in here like 4 times today to cool off, and there's always been a seat. I mean, of course, I would like some more theming, and I'm excited to see what they do for the festivals, but I feel like this is gonna become one of those things where like I loved that little quiet area, and now it faces the back of the stage and is loud, and then they're gonna put like food demos and music and lights, and I'm gonna be like, oh no. So I'm gonna enjoy it while I can. I came in here to cool off a lot. There's some interesting detail. They have some cool metalwork that looks like Spaceship Earth. It has like all these little dots in it. I wonder if there's like lighting effects for that. And also, I wanted to say, I know like some people are nostalgic for what this used to be. I don't have the same nostalgia because it wasn't like anything phenomenal when I came here. The cool like demos and stuff were gone by the time that I was old enough to come to Disney. So it was sort of just like a Starbucks and the character spot where they had character meet and greets, and Club Cool was here, and there was like a hallway with seats and stuff in it, and this is a lot better. It's much bigger, it's much nicer, and it cannot be said enough that the AC is just perfect. I'm gonna love it in here all summer. Find me here on my computer, although there aren't really a lot of outlets. Another thing, they have a water bottle filler station, and the water is cold. The water is cold. I know nobody likes to drink hot water, especially in the summer, but I have like a map in my head of like where the cold water spots are, so I like try to plan out like, okay, I'm gonna finish my water soon. I have to be near like a cold water fountain. This one is very cold, maybe the coldest. There's one other one that's very cold, but I'm not gonna tell you where it is.
What'd you say?
No, it's my secret water fountain. It's in where the lockers are here at EPCOT. The water's so cold there. It smells like the 80s in there, but the water's so cold. So don't everyone go there all at once, because the cold water is also here. Don't tell anyone that I told you where the cold water is, because I don't want a line next time I'm there. Anyway, this water is really cold, and that's a gift. You have all the essentials in here. You have AC, you have water, you have bathrooms, you have food, and you have entertainment, and you have AC. That's all you need. The lights are amazing at night. Everything syncs up with the Spaceship Earth show, so it's like all the lights are going at the same time. It was really, really cool. That was worth waiting for. If you could only come at one time, I would come at night because it's really cool and it's not as hot, obviously. I actually really like this area. I thought I was not gonna like it when I saw pictures, and I'm really excited to see what they do with it in the future. I think it has a lot of potential. And thanks for coming with us, and we'll see you on the next one. Look at my timing.